What's up, good folks? Welcome back to my channel. This is your girl Bernicia, and if you're new here, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit the like button. It's right next to it, and it's free. Thank you. All right, y'all. So I know I've been going a while, but hell, I ain't missed shit, child. We ain't missed talking about shit. Okay, only thing been going on is the same shit that's been going on with the baddies season, the baddies Africa. Okay. And thank God they don't finally wrap that up this past Sunday. So enough is enough. Okay, we don't have enough of baddies for now. I want to get into this Love Cabin. Okay, see, Zeus don't came out with their own bootleg version of Love Island, and I'm gonna tell y'all from this first episode, I have a feeling that this season it's gonna be hell. Okay, it's gonna be hell. So anywho, let's go ahead and jump right into things. So you got Tia Kemp. Tia Kemp is like the narrator for the show. Okay, already had me laughing the first 10 minutes of the show. Really good. Ray J, for some reason, Ray J is the host. I am unimpressed. Okay, but we'll get to that. All right. So we get to meet the male cast members. But before I get into the male cast members, you know, the setup was real nice. Okay, they had it like cabin in the woods type vibe, but inside the cabin was really nice. They had it's a similar, very similar aesthetic to Love Island. Okay, so I'm gonna try to come up with a new name for this group of cast members because they're not the Islanders. There's something else. Okay, something else would be a good name for their ass. Okay, but anywho, so we get to meet some of we start meeting the male cast members. All right, the first three guys that come out is Thanos, Mike Hill, and John. Okay, now out of those three, Mike Hill definitely caught my eye. He's definitely my type in real life. I think he's very attractive, on down to the what they call it, the gap. Okay, I find that very sexy. It's just something about Mike Hill. John, he's attractive to me too, but I think he's a special character. That motherfucker don't have a filter on his mouth. Okay, we'll get into John. We finna get into John again in a second because, like, literally, as I was thinking in my head, like, this nigga's a special character. He literally proved me right in like seconds later. Okay, so the guys come out. The first three guys come out and they come and they have a seat and they start chit chatting, you know what I'm saying, vibing with each other or whatever, whoop to whoop. Okay, the nigga, when John was coming out, they did a you know, like how they show like their intro. This nigga said he fight over Pete over the puss. Okay, and that told me all I need to know. I say, yeah, he's a special case. Okay, and has no filter. Once again, all right. So anywho, the guys, they start talking, you know what I'm saying? They start, chit chatting, get to know each other a little bit. So Mike in his confessionals goes off about the way that Thanos corrected him by his name. So he felt like he was like, oh, he's like, I might have to put hands on bro. like type shit. Like, I was thinking to myself, like, damn, this dude here is a mess, okay? And also, they had got into talking about their types, what kind of girls they liked it or whatever. Once again, I really like Mike Hill, and I knew I liked him for a good reason, okay? Because Mike Hill says he sticks to his Nubian queens, and I have appreciation for men that like to stick to their Nubian queens. Because let me tell y'all something. Now motherfucker men from any other race put another woman in a different culture. I don't see white men putting black women over or putting any other culture over their women. I don't see Spanish men putting any other culture of women over their women. I don't see Asian men putting any other culture, Arab men, no other men do it but black men. Black men are the only ones that would denigrate and make our women and put us to the bottom of the barrel and prioritize other nationalities when they stick to their people. I'm just saying, ain't nothing wrong with mixing it, okay? A lot of my cousins wouldn't be here if it wasn't for, mixed racing. But what I'm saying is, nigga, know your roots, okay? Anywho, this dude John goes off about how he liked the Kardashians. See, that's part of the problem. Okay, you can like what you like, dude, but you know what them Kardashians do to niggas. Take your ass on over there if you want to. Okay, and them nigga that went over there with the Kardashians came out on top. Okay, they went over there and transformed into a bunch of bitches. Okay, just ask Bruce. No, Caitlyn. Okay. Anywho. Anywho, child, we get to meet the other three. So the other three men come out. We got Brian. Um, he seems cool. No, actually, Brian is a weirdo to me. I don't like dudes that like to throw around the Bible. You know what I'm saying? I don't like people, not dudes, but just people in general that like to just throw around the Bible. Like, it's okay. I appreciate it if you know a God fearing man. I love a God fearing man, but people that like to walk around and throw Jesus all in your face be the main ones that be fucked up. And I'm sorry to use Jesus in that word in the same sentence, but it is what it is. Some of y'all may understand what I'm talking about, okay? And then we get Cairo, okay, or Caro. I don't know what the fuck his name. I just know he's 6'7", and he would generally be my cup of tea aesthetically just because the height. He ain't all that cute to me, but his height is sexy, okay? Good genetics. But this nigga said a couple of things that make me feel like he's a fuckboy. And the finest thing out of all the 6 men is this one, Trap, okay? But just looking at him, it just speaks trouble. Okay, and in his intro, he had the audacity to say that he likes his females loyal, but he doesn't necessarily return. That tells me that this motherfucker is a narcissist. Okay, ain't nothing worse than a narcissist. And what he claims that he has a big ooh. If he's a narcissist and he that motherfucking fine with a big ooh, trouble. I avoid those motherfuckers in real life. Okay. Give me the nigga that's in the corner that nobody noticed, okay? Give me him. All right. Anyway, the guys finally all 6 of the guys come up. You know how they do. They size each other up and everything. And Cairo, by the way, boo boo, you can't dress. The tall one, the 6'7" tall one, the tallest one, the tree, he can't dress. Like, I don't know what the fuck he thought he was doing with them shorts and them Timberlands. Like Tia Camp said, no bro, you're not killing it. You're not. Go home, try it again. But anywho, child, they was all sizing each other up. And they went to getting into their occupations. Now, listen, I'm not even for sit here and try to tell you what the fuck these niggas was, because they was coming up with some extravagant words to describe some shit. Kind of like a motherfucker say, what you do for a living? I'm a customer service representative. No, bitch, you a fucking cashier. Just say you a cashier, okay? You a cashier. It's not that fucking hard. It's not that fucking hard. But these people, one of them said that they was a fucking a midnight ballerina or some shit. I don't know. The names that they were coming up for their job occupations was ridiculous. Okay, to say the least. All right, but I do remember the one that I said was trouble. Ooh wee, he was trouble. Okay, this motherfucker said he do OnlyFans. And John is a nurse, which very much surprises me. Now, I don't think nobody. This one here, Mr. 6'7" said he was a basketball entertainer. Now, I don't know about y'all, but when John asked him what that mean, he wasn't specific enough for me. So in my head, I feel like the closest thing this nigga came to basketball was being the mascot, okay? Because he did say something about kids, so I would assume that he's the mascot or some shit. Nigga, if you ain't basketball adjacent, nigga, you the mascot, okay? Okay, case closed. So out comes Ray J with his little short midget ass. He come running down the damn what you call it, the hallway, the red carpet, what the hell they walk through, the tunnel. He come down there just a ball of energy. For the minute he sits down, it's like he just go to saying all the crazy shit. Talking about something, you want to fuck them all? Fuck them all. Do what you want, have fun. The nigga was like, you know what I'm saying? And Thanos, I think I'ma like Thanos, okay? This nigga, me and him brain leaked, okay? Because it's like he read my mind. He got in the confessional. He was like, I don't know. It just always seems like Ray J's on coke. Allegedly. Yeah, man. That nigga was like, his eyes was wider than a motherfucker. Like, and so he getting to know the boys. He chit-chatting with the boys, right? And he telling them, like, you know, he finna get ready to take him to his boom boom room, right? And so John gonna ask him, what, they got coke in there? I mean, I don't know. I mean, What kind of coke? I mean, I'm not the coke you drink. I mean, I do coke, but I don't know. Is you do coke? Is it okay?
You done lost your damn mind. When you get your damn mind, you call me.
And I'm thinking to myself, like, nigga, you know what? Past tense, nigga, you was a nurse. Because after this show airs, you ain't gonna no longer be no nurse, nigga. They gonna random drug test your ass. Motherfucker, you admitting to doing drugs. What the hell? And then, like I said, Ray J was just, he was so extra with the conversation that he was having with these guys. I mean, I was thinking to myself, like, nigga, is you promoting this is gonna be a fuck party, or is you trying to help these people find love? Because he gonna say at the end of his spiel, he gonna say, who in the deep down in the heart of their dreams is here to find love. And the way that all them niggas went to stuttering and talking and saying different shit at the same time, it said enough, okay? He should have just not asked that question. All right. So the next up, we finally get to start meeting the girls, okay? Oh my God. And that's another thing. This shit is, Ray J with being on camera is taking up too much fucking time, okay? They should have just brought the girls out already. It was just taking up too much time. So anywho, we finally meet the girls. So the first three girls we meet is Desi, Nisa, and Athena. All right. Now, to me, out of the three, I find Desi to be very beautiful. Like, I like girls like with that aesthetic. To me, that natural prettiness. She's very beautiful. So is Nisa. Now, Athena is a good looking girl too, but she just, you know, I'm from Florida, so I see girls like that every day. But like a beautiful chocolate girl like a Nisa, or a natural pretty looking girl like a Des, those are girls that you don't run into every day around here in Florida. In Florida, we see a lot of Athenas, like racially ambiguous, is the stumping ground for like the racial ambiguous, girls like Athena. So anyway, now Miss Des, I already know Miss Des out of the girls, she definitely stood out. Um, Either you gonna like her or you gonna hate her or love her with Des. She's one of those strong personalities, okay? And her opinions on the first two girls that she walked out with was crazy, okay? So she said Athena looked like she had been walked by dogs, and she was critiquing the way that Athena was dressed. Now I'm not gonna lie, like what Athena was wearing, I didn't approve of it either. But then again, none of these hoes really impressed me with their outfits, except for that is Sheila. But we gonna get to her. Um, and she said, now she did say that Nisa was pretty, but she also said that she feel like neither one of the girls was her competition. Okay, so we see Homegirl is very cocky. So meanwhile, we flip back to Ray J in this damn. Now he don't took the boys from one spot. Now they at the fucking boom boom room. Okay, and I'm like some of the niggas, cause they walking in there, they like, what the bitches? Like, come on, we still with this nigga? Like, come on, nigga, we tired of hearing you talk. And speaking of tired of hearing him talk, he goes on this whole spew. I don't know if it was the drugs talking, allegedly, just or excitement. I don't know, but this nigga said women are God. Now, I do believe that women are gifts from God, but dude, what clip did you fall off and bump your head? Because your behavior, the way that we've all seen you behave in your relationships, don't seem that you feel that way about women. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. As Princess, is that how you really are? Is that really what you feel? You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. Hey! So anyway, he also says that he's pro. He also says that he is pro woman, and while I agree with him and I love the idea and the concept of him being pro woman, I don't know if I believe that. Okay, so anywho, we finally get to meet the last three girls. Okay, asshole, could you please be quiet? Thank you. Um, so out comes Chloe, Kiera, and Sheila. Now Chloe is a white girl. Now, okay, I'll just say this real quick. Now I like the variety that they put in here. It's a nice little mix up of girls. It ain't all one race. All the girls got different personalities, very different ways of carrying themselves. They not all one aesthetic. Now that is the difference between the Love Island and the Love Cabin. Because with the girls, they not all one person but different shades. You feel me? Because on the Love Island, if you guys do watch that, the girls they tend to have one type of way of being. Like they all have very similar aesthetics, and you know what I'm saying? But with these girls, they're all very different, okay, body wise and everything. Okay, so I do like the mix up. I like the fact that they threw Chloe on there, even though she looked like an anomaly. She's like an anomaly. But I do like the fact that they added her in there. Kiara seems like a really sweet girl, but she's also one of them ones that you gotta watch because just because they seem sweet, she probably got another side of her. And Sheila, Miss Sheila is definitely giving Kim Kardashian vibes. She also gives you gotta pay to play vibes. I ain't mad at it. And to be honest, out of all the girls, I liked her outfit the best. So there's that. So the girls sit down and they begin to kind of like talk about what's their types and things like that, right? For the most part, all the girls pretty much got the same type. That is, except for Desi. She's the only one who don't discriminate when it comes to height, because all the other girls they wanted taller guys, and Desi said that she didn't discriminate. Okay, now Ray J, like I said before, Ray J took forever to bring the guys to the girls. Like he took fucking forever. But when he finally got round to bringing the guys over to the girls, John O, from the minute he set eyes on Athena, he was locked in. He was like he didn't see no other girl in there besides Althena. The nigga even knew her bra size, hair type, and everything else. But mind y'all, during his confessionals, he did say he had a specific type, okay? And if it had to be anybody out of the pick of the litter, it would have been Althena, okay? She the closest thing to looking like a little bit of Kim Kardashian, okay? And that's what he said he wanted from the jump. All right. So Ray J decides to do like something similar to the kissing challenge that they do on Love Islands. Usually this is where they do it blindfold on Love Island. On Love, ugh, I'm getting tongue tied. Usually on Love Island they do it blindfolded, okay. But this time on Love Cabin they doing it a little bit different. So Ray J decides to match the people up, match up the couples based off, I guess, the sensuality of their kiss, okay. Now I'm not gonna lie. For the most part, he did good with pairing up the couples, okay. But it was a few mix ups in there that had me dangling out question marks, okay? So John and Sheila, he paired up John and Sheila. I'm not gonna lie, John cannot kiss. It looked awkward as fuck. Now Sheila was really sexy with hers, but John was definitely giving like he's a fast. He gave me Jackrabbit, okay. She Next up, Ray J paired Kimmo and Chloe. Now, they kiss was real sexy. Both of them tall and long. It was giving kind of sexy. I'm not gonna lie. Then it was Trap and Desi. Now, when Trap and Desi, now I thought that to me, I was disappointed that their kiss wasn't sexier. It wasn't as sexy as I thought it was going to be, especially being that with the minute that Desi set eyes on Trap, she wanted him. So I thought that the kiss was going to be sexier. Unfortunately, it wasn't what I expected, and neither was it for Ray J, because Ray J swapped them two out and made Mike and Desi kiss. Okay, now that was a sexy ass kiss. When Mike picked Desi up, I was like, damn. But at the end of the day, Desi still got her eyes on Trap. Okay, she's still feeling the way because Ray J took her man. All right, well, Ray J switched her man out. So anyway, Ray J turned around and paired Trap with Althena. Now Althena and Trap, that little kiss was sexy, but both of them are porn stars. So I love to see the video, child. And next up, he paired Nisa with Brian. Okay. Now, for me, this was really cute. Brian came up to Nisa. Ray J told Brian to take the Bible out of his back pocket and read his favorite scripture to Nisa before he kissed her, right? So Brian was like, "Well, I don't even have to memorize it. I don't even have to read it. I can memorize it." So he went over there and read her the scripture, and he gave her a kiss. But child, man, was that a scripture or was that poetry? I don't know, because that kiss was sinful. Okay. So, uh, Ray J, decides to mix things up again. Okay. So, well, no, he didn't. No. I'm skipping. Okay, I'm jumping ahead. He then pairs Chloe up with, not, okay. So maybe I got, okay. So the white girl is Chloe. Wait, which one is Chloe? Okay, I got the white girl mixed up with the one with the curly hair, the light skinned girl with the curly hair. I think her name is Kayla. I'm not sure. But the light skinned girl with the curly hair and Thanos, he paired those two up, okay? But obviously, that didn't do the trick for him, because then he pulls this whole switcheroo situation, okay? So then he calls back up um, Athena, Nisa, and Chloe. Okay. And so he tells Nisa and Chloe, I mean Nisa and Thanos to pair up, to kiss. Now that was real sexy. But I don't know about you, Brian, but if I was you, I wouldn't have took Nisa ass back. I wouldn't have took Nisa ass back after she just slap mouthed the shit out of Thanos like she really liked that. Okay. So anyway, they after Thanos and Nisa kiss, they sit down. And so Ray J tells Athena to pick who she wants, right? To pick somebody else besides the person she was with, which is Trap. Athena says she don't want to pick nobody else. She want to go back to Trap. So she went back to Trap. Okay? So next, the last girl standing up there was Chloe. Okay? So basically, Chloe had to take a dude from whoever. And whoever she took the dude from had to end up with Brian, which was Nisa's original partner. Okay? So Chloe went over to Thanos and got her man back from Nisa ass. She was like, I'm sorry, but you said that you like the shorter guys, but you can have him back. You can go back to that short guy. That's crazy because y'all sleeping on Brian. Brian might be a little short, but y'all sleeping on him. Okay? And so this is where it starts to get messy. Okay? It starts to get real messy. So Ray J, he pulls another cat out the bag. He says, Athena, come back up. So as soon as he calls Athena, John gets mad. Like you could tell John getting frustrated because he's like, you trying to take my little boo, trying to switch her up against somebody. Mind you, that's John. John been he ain't want nobody but Athena, so he was feeling some kind of way. He was like you know what I'm saying, talking shit like, but you ain't called it, you ain't called such and such and such up, but yeah, yeah, da, da. So Athena comes up. Ray J gives her the option to pick anybody else. The two options that he gave her was himself and John, I guess. And so Athena ends up going. Child, messy, messy, messy. Athena ends up going back to John, but let me tell y'all something. The slow walk back to John didn't make no sense. And the fact that she had to look back at Ray J and say, are you serious? Like, like, nigga, like you just called me up here. You just said you wanted me. Like, I think it was like, shit. I want a big fish, not the fry cook. So, child. Anyway, so next up, Ray J finally take everybody in and shows them the cabins and stuff, and then he takes the girls up. It shows them like their vanity room and stuff. And like I said before, the cabin, y'all, is nice. It's a real nice little situation, okay? And the setup is a lot like Love Island, especially how they got the beds lined up and everything. And then they got the vanity room set up for the girls. Whoop de whoop. So anywho, the girls start talking about their matches and seem like everybody's happy. And so as Chloe is talking to, well, the white girl and the girl Kayla, the I get those girls' names mixed up because I don't know which one is Chloe at this point. Shit, fuck it, I'll get it together. But the white girl is talking to the light skinned girl and telling her how Thanos seemed like he was very into her and this, that, and the third. And as she's saying that, Nisa walks in, right? Mind you, Nisa had wanted Thanos, but the light skinned girl took Thanos back. So Nisa sitting out there telling everybody that she's content, like basically like she's content with Brian. But child, you lying because the way you kiss Thanos, you wanted him, okay? So anyway, on the other hand, the guys are in the bedroom and they're talking about the girls. Now, their conversation is interesting to say the least, okay? So, from what I gathered, basically, based off what the boys was talking about, Thanos really wants Althea, okay? Mike wants Nisa. He say he cool with Desi, but he got his eyes on Nisa, okay? Um, Sheila and Desi are the prettiest that the boys think that Sheila and Desi are the prettiest. And Nisa is the most stacked. And I ain't gonna lie, Nisa is stacked. That bitch got big ass, nice titties, and she got a fat ass. Like she is stacked. No doubt, no doubt. So anywho, everybody starts getting ready to go to bed, getting dressed for bed and things like that. Woo to woo. And so Trap, little trifling ass. So him and Althea is on the bed and they sitting across from um Sheila. And so Trap is looking at Sheila. He's like, "Well, you look like the type of girl that like older guys or whatever." And so she was like, "Yeah, I like older guys or whatever." Woo woo. And she was like, he was like, "Yeah, like the kind of girl that know her worth. You know, I know I like my girls are kind of a little stupid, a little dumb." And when he said that, I feel looked at him and got out the bed. Now I ain't gonna lie, I like Sheila for this. I like Sheila for this because first of all, Trap is trifling. I can't stand a nigga. That's why I say just looking at him, he looked like a little dog. But I can't stand for a nigga to be so blatantly disrespectful. Like you in the bed next to the girl that you supposed to be sleeping with. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all supposed to be, you know what I'm saying? Y'all coupled up together. And you sitting up there telling the girl across from her that she looks like she knows her worth and you like your girl's dumb, but your girl's sitting right next to you. Like, how does that sound? Like, dude, be real. Like you trying to push up on the next bitch, but you right there. So whatever. But this is why I say I like Sheila, and Sheila's definitely a girl's because she could have, you know, she could have played the situation off. She didn't have to care about Althea's feelings. You know what I'm saying? But she got up and she walked to the vanity room with Althea, and they were, you know, chopping it up, and she was basically saying like, you know, I look at Trap differently now. You know what I'm saying? She ain't like how Trap tried Althea. She ain't like it. And to be honest, she's a smart bitch because listen, what a nigga do to the next bitch, he can do to you. So just because that nigga was you was the one that wasn't getting the shit end of the stick, don't mean he won't try you. That's where the episode pretty much ends. I'm not gonna lie, I'm really liking this the first episode so far. I think this season of Love Cabin has potential to be real messy because as y'all can see, they don't have the same type of restrictions that Love Island had. Like it was a little bit more PG-13 Love Island, but y'all, I mean, if y'all watch the episode yourself, you can hear where Ray J kept telling the people, yeah, y'all can do whatever y'all want to do, then whatever, you know what I'm saying? So the thing about it, when you get bitches in a minimum amount of dicks in the same area, it's bound to be some drama. Okay, so I'm excited to see what this season gonna bring, and I really hope that they ass don't get sued by Peacock before they air the rest of the season. But with that being said, folks, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please let me know your thoughts down in the comment section. And with that being said, I'm out, folks. Deuces.